Hey everybody, it's another fine day here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm glad to see it. I do hope everyone is well as always and are able to get out and enjoy this day like I am. Or should I say, are out and about enjoying this day. Getting some fresh air in your lungs, some sunshine on your skin, and some exercise in. And I always say that because, like I always say, I've been in a position where I couldn't get out and get exercise, get sunshine and fresh air. I was either stuck in the hospital, a rehab center, or in my own bed at the house. But I did have a very, very interesting word today, or thought for today. And it came from a conversation I had from a minister friend of mine, who the whole time he was talking, yes, I was listening to him, but the Most High was whispering in my spirit, man of honor, man of honor, man of honor. And then it turned into men of honor, men of honor, men of honor. And it was basically because of the testimony this brother was sharing. And I won't give his name, but I will say that he had a testimony about dealing with a young lady. And that's all I share. Because most of us know when it comes to those type issues, many of us are not honorable. We don't have integrity. We tend to fall short because of our own sexual desires and lust. But as this young man told me his story, it basically made my day, because a lot of what he had told me is what the Most High was whispering in my spirit, not only as of late, but here overnight. And like I said, the thought the Most High gave me was men of honor. And we as men of honor, we're what you call a fading breed. Just like David cried out and said, where have all the men of Yahuwah gone? Basically saying, where have all the good, honorable men gone? There are no more. And see, a lot of times I feel that way, that the good men of the Most High are not, leave it at that. They're no longer. But just as the Most High told, I think it was Elijah, that he shouldn't think that he's the only card in the Most High's deck, I guess you could say, or card up the Most High's sleeve, because he told him he had, I think it was 300 more prophets laid dead. Not laid, well, I say laid dead, but what I mean by that is laid to the side. And basically that's an old street term. Then when you're trying to stay out of trouble, you lay dead for a while, which means you play possum. Just like if you think you may have a charge, you go somewhere and sit down for a while to keep from having to go and sit down for a while or lay down for a while. And yeah, I said I would come back with another thought, and it is the definition of honor, which is a salah in itself. Because a lot of men, nor women, can say they live by this word. But it means reverence and esteem. And it means to give to a person's due, what they're due. Like you're bestowing honor on. But it means someone that holds themselves in a high esteem, above the temptations and above the mess of the world, if you might would say. And when the Most High gave me this word, he also gave me the word the decrees, Yahuwah's decrees. And when I looked that up, it basically means the commands of the Most High, what he commanded. And so he was telling me that men of honor, they live by the Most High's decrees, and they are the oracles of the Most High, which means basically they hear from the Most High and they declare his decrees. But basically, honor is something you live by. It's nothing that can be bestowed upon you just by word only. It has to be by deed. And like I said, we're a dying breed, especially the men of Judah. We've been the ones given the oracles of the Most High, as Paul said, which is our distinction. Because he said in that word, what makes it so special? Who's the Jew? Who's the real Jew? Who's the real Jewish people are, or the real Jew people are? And basically that's saying that the real Judean people speak the oracles of the Most High and they walk it out and carry it out. And see, we can't say this today of most nations. And I'm not going to name any in particular. But we can't say this of most nations and most people that call themselves the true Hebrew and Jewish people, Judean people. Because the text simply says they've been given the oracles of the Most High, and basically they live it out. You just can't be given something and you speak something and you don't live it out. That's impossible. But my thought of today is we must become men of honor. We must not only become, we must walk it out. I guess not only say we're men of honor, but we must walk it out in becoming men of honor. Men of the Most High Yah. Welcome in this place. Welcome in this sanctuary. For you desire to abide in the praises of your people. As we lift our hands, as we lift our voice, and as we offer up praises to your name. You're welcome, welcome in this place, Welcome in this sanctuary, for you desire to abide in the praises of your people. As we lift our hands, as we lift our voice, as we offer up praises to your name. And I slid in there because in the Hebrew that means a man figure with his hands up. The word hey. And that's why you always hear on the other side of the coin, the worldly folks use that too. They would say something like, throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if such is such and such is such, somebody say, oh yeah. And then they would say, hey. And see, it's a defilement of the praise of the Most High. See, his idea of praise is a man with his hands up. And see, that's a good thought, because we must lift our hands in surrendering to the Most High's will and accomplishing his will in our lives. But that's going to be my time for today. I may have a thought or two while I ride as I let the Most High speak to me. Yeah, I wish I could share my brother's testimony with everybody. So like I said, I can't even mention his name because sometimes you don't know how people feel about you divulging their private information or what they told you in secrecy. And another thing, you might not know what that man got going on. So I tend to mind my business and keeping other people's business their business. But at the same time, it was a great testimony because I found myself in that same situation and lusting after another person that I had no business. So the Most High had to put me in my place, or should I say back in my place, because I had basically gotten out of pocket. Going left, thank you. And that's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Especially a man of honor and one that say he speaks the oracles of the Most High, which means you hear from him and you speak. You hear from the Most High. You're basically in conversation with him. And I would imagine that my testimony would be quite hampered or tarnished if I walked outside of those decrees and commands and mandates. Basically saying I'm gonna follow my own decrees, commands, and mandates for my life. You see, the most important thing that I had to learn and figure out is that this is not my life. My life is not my own. It's his. He has plans, mandates, commands for my life. By me choosing to say yes, thank you, then he can do what he will with me fully. Hi y'all. Good. But whenever there's an inkling of a question to this point today, it's totally irrelevant and not usable. because the folks you're called to will always question your integrity to the Most High. And that's the most saddest song there is. When you're called to a group of people and basically they can't trust you. So I guess the question is, as we used to pose to folks on the streets that we were at odds with, basically which way you want to go. So however you want to settle this, we're going to settle it your way. So in the end, there'll be no question that it was fair. Yeah, and I wanted to ask the question. And it's an open air or open-ended question, which means to me you don't have to answer back. But I want you to question yourself as a man of the Most High, whether by blood or by faith. Have you answered the call to be a man of honor or not? And that's a very tough question to ask, because in reality it means you're giving your everything. You're all in everything. Okay, shalom. And see, with this question, the reason I say don't answer too quickly is because this is an all or nothing. All or nothing, what's the word? Invitation, if you would say. Because what's going to happen is, when as soon as you answer yes, here comes the test or the trial to see if you are willing to be a man of honor. Because just like my minister friend came and told me, he was tried with a very very not lucrative proposition, but a very valuable, or what's the word? A very beautiful proposition, or it's hard to put that word into thought right now, but maybe I'll put it on the screen in the recording. But it was basically saying he was given the opportunity to live outside of himself as a man of the Most High, and given the opportunity to maybe destroy someone's life and their faith in the Most High thereafter, just by trying to fulfill his lust. And I really admire that man for that young man for that. But yeah, a man of honor. That's a good question today. Do you consider yourself a man of honor, and or are you willing to be a man of honor? And this means that you carry out the Most High's decrees as an oracle of the Most High, as the hat says. And I shouldn't forget to mention his mandates. I know they may mean the same, but it's important to put all them words on the table, because all of them are defined a bit differently, but they're all very important. But that's my time. Stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom. And as always, I want to give honor to the Most High, Yahuwah, my Elohim, and thank him for sponsoring me. And I also want to take the time out to thank my sponsor, Adidas, which I have taken on the new slogan, instead of all day I dream about sex, which have gotten me into most of the trouble I got in my lifetime, to now I say all day I dream about salvation, and that being the salvation of my people. Shalom. Oh yeah, Adidas.